Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod, and hey, I'm a little earlier than normal for my procrastination Crash of the Titans. Should I call it like procrastinations? No, let's keep what it was. Yeah, I usually get to this thing like, I don't know, after 11, midnight, my, Eastern time, because I'm good at procrastinating. But today, let's get to a little quicker. And hey, only a couple more days and I get that yellow jacket cover. Don't really need it anymore, but hey, would you turn on a 5-star? I wouldn't. Anyways, here we go. Let's get on in here. We already took care of that puzzle gauntlet. There we go. Deadpool Daily with the double crash today. Let's see what we're dealing with this time. Crash the Titans against Sam Wilson, the Falcon. Captain. Can I say Captain Falcon, or are we too deep into Nintendo and Smash Brothers when I say that? Anyways, this one is cheating. Look at that 555, blatant cheating there, Sam Wilson. But unfortunately for him, that doesn't worry me one bit. Here's the deal. When 4-star Sam Wilson came out in Marvel Puzzle Quest long ago, he was only even halfway decent then. Nowadays, he's kind of trash tier. And when I say kind of, I'm being generous. Here's what he does for you. His blue is his passive. That is anything worth looking into. His blue basically states if you make a blue match, he reduces a random countdown by 1. And he also strengthens a tile on the board, like friendly protect, strike, and attack, that sort of stuff. It's not horrible. It's actually pretty decent, all things considered, but it only works when you match a blue. You have to make a blue match. Remember, there's 7 different types of colors out there on the board. I am including team up when I say that. So only 1 out of 7 times, basically if you're gutting for blues, you're going to get it. Mind you, he doesn't have an active blue. So if you're hitting those blue tiles, you better have someone else to actually use the blue, because otherwise you're just kind of collecting it for just his passive purposes. Mind you, he also doesn't make any countdowns himself. So you're looking to reduce a countdown of a teammate. His yellow is not bad whatsoever if you get the AP for it. It's a little pricey, but it hits every yellow basic tile, turns into a friendly protect. And that's not bad. And they're not bad strength either. They're not tiny. They're actually pretty good strength protect tiles. But who else does that? I mean, you can kind of get a similar boost out of 3-star Magneto. Just saying. Finally, his red. His red is super expensive, but at least it does good damage, and it's without cap. That's not a pun, at least not intended. It's like 14, if I remember correctly, for his red, and it does a good raw amount of damage, and it does additional damage for every friendly protect on the board, and there's no cap for it. So it's good. You're gonna kill someone with it, but at 14 red, nowadays you could have killed multiple people with that amount of red. So at the end of the day, he's just lackluster in all accounts. You could, like I said, you could probably make something work with him if you really fed into it, but I'm not seeing why you would use and waste your time on him when there's so many more viable combos and strategies out there. So are we worried about fighting him? No. Back when he first came out, even? Nope. He was just kind of a niche idea back then. Nowadays, he's just kind of sad. Ready? Let's go against 4-star Sam Wilson with Red Guardian. He's another red, yellow, blue user, but he's a little better. I'm not gonna say he's a lot better, but it's still a similar aspect. His passive is on the yellow, the Iron Will. So whenever an ally fires a power, key points there, right? Ally. So in other words, you're not going to get anything out of this on a one-on-one fight. But he creates 3 strength 182 yellow projectiles. It's very much similar to what Magic does. 4-star Magic does something like that. When an ally fires power, she makes some projectiles. Difference here is Red Guardian only puts it on yellow. So if you run out of yellow tiles, Red Guardian ain't going to make any more. But I do think he makes more. I think he makes 3, whereas I want to say Magic makes only 2. But still, is that worth it? Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of very touch and go on that. I don't know how well worth it is. It is kind of fun, I will note, to put Red Guardian and Magic on the same team and have one person cast a power and like, oh, what do you know? Protects are everywhere. But you know, it's a simple little trick. That's all it is. His red is okay. It's 8, so it's cheaper, much cheaper than Sam's. Does some damage, but plus almost doubles the damage if there's at least one enemy projectile on the board. And it ignores enemy projectiles too. The weird thing is there's no way with this character to make enemy projectiles. He's not like Eddie Brock Venom where you can actually make an enemy projectile. So this whole enemy projectile shtick here is I'm going to use the word again, niche. You can't really count on it unless you put someone on your team that forces that aspect, like Eddie Brock Venom, or if you just happen to be going against someone that actually abuses their projectiles. So, I mean, it's cool, but how cool is it? And then finally, there's Close Quarters. 8 blue, it's not too pricey. You get attack tiles made, and it stuns both you and the target for a turn. That seems kind of annoying, right? Because you're both getting stunned out of it. But in a one-on-one fight, that's actually kind of good. Because it basically just means you get a free turn. You get stunned immediately, so it passes on to the enemy's turn. Enemy takes their stun, now it's back to you. It literally works just like that. So you get like kind of like a... It's almost like nothing happens. Except for the fact that these attack tiles, well, they do their thing at the end of your turn. So you create the attack tiles and you get the hit out of them immediately. If there are 5 or more friendly projectiles on the board, which you're not really going to have because there's no allies casting powers. I mean, it's kind of how it is, right? You stun the target for an additional turn. Now I'm going to up this to 5, I'm sorry, because I want the attack tiles to do more damage. That's really all I'm going to do with this, because my yellow is not going to do anything for me, right? I have no allies. There's no one casting anything, so I need to put this up to 5 to make these levels worth it. I'll get stronger attack tiles for it, and we'll end the game quicker. Might as well. So, in the one-on-one case, 5-3-5 is what I would advise for you. I only put the Iron Will up to 5 when I'm teaming him with other people, because, honestly, I only use Red Guardian with a team when I have the opportunity for someone to fire off powers for cheap and I need protects for some reason. It doesn't come up that often. It's usually like a puzzle gauntlet thing. But anyways, this Red Guardian, this is my suggestion for his one-on-one, 5-3-5, and we're going to get into it. Once again, since it is a one-on-one, turning the animations on. Let's go. Come on, Sam. I challenge you to fisticuffs. There's no point in me mentioning those yellows, remember. It is a passive power. So blues and reds all day. If I could suggest a support for you, it would be simply to put on a support that maximizes your blue matching potential. Like the Kimoyo beads, for example. You know, if you make a blue match, you have a chance of making more blue AP. Or Wong, the support, not the character, obviously. Lets you potentially make more blue AP when you match a blue. Because you might as well get this close quarters in as often as you can. So look at that, extra damage every turn. And that stun turn means, well, you're taking advantage of it. I'm only doing 42 damage with that green match, but I still get 1,000 extra damage because of these blue tiles. Now, I might as well match that blue down there. Even though I'm going to get rid of my own tile, I don't need him taking it. Kind of sucks, but it's true. He leaves me with the match 4 of red, though. That's nice. He's going to get that purple, but not that any one of us use purple. Then I get to punch this guy in the face. Blammo! And we're going to... Oh! He made projectiles. It says ally. I don't remember that being a thing. I didn't get projectiles earlier when I made my blue match. Oh, it's because he stunned himself. My mistake, guys. He stunned himself so he didn't make the protect tiles. I think I've always based my assumption on that. It should say ally. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, well, I guess it counts for him too. Let's all learn something together. Okay. That's Sam Wilson down. This doesn't make Red Guardian any better, mind you. I mean, sure, he could trigger his own passive, but I'd still rather for one-on-one fights get attack tiles that do more damage. You want to end the fight. Next up, against Ghost. Ghost is cheating too with a 5/5/5. That's not even fair. It's not like Red Guardian's that good. But okay, here we go. Ghost was one of the earlier characters in the game to have extra match damage. As a matter of fact, when she came out, some people saw the value in that, but other people were just like, do we really need that? I mean, because at the time, no one was playing a match damage game. If anything, we were all playing a game of build AP, hoard AP, fire off all AP to kill people. I mean, it was definitely different than what we have nowadays in this game. The different meta altogether. The cool thing about Ghost was 300% extra match damage. That's what one of the passives says for her. It's the blue, if you're wondering. The red power just does it's a big nuke. And it's a decent nuke, mind you. But when she fires it, she gets a countdown out there on the board that says your match damage goes back down to normal, basically. I'll spare you the numbers and semantics, but while this countdown's on the board, you get back down to regular match damage. Countdown tile expires, you go back to super match damage, right? That nuke is pretty good, too. The purple is, she puts out, I think it's for level 5, I want to say it's 4 invisibility tiles. All you need is 1 out there to be invisible, but now you have 4, so it's going to be hard for people to find you. Imagine an invisible person doing extra match damage. It's pretty annoying. Her purple has a passive that says when you match an invisibility tile, you heal a bit. So she could be really annoying, because when she goes invisible, you need team damage to harm her, or some way to kill those invisibility tiles, and fast. Unfortunately, Red Guardian doesn't have any of that. So, with that being said, we're going to probably need to cast our red at least once or twice so that we can get some protect tiles out there, because if she does go invisible, it's going to be a while before we get rid of all those tiles. Just to follow up on what I was saying earlier, when Ghost first came out in MPQ, yeah, people weren't valuing match damage. And to be fair, she didn't really get a ton of play then. She gets even less nowadays because there's a lot of other people that do what she does even better. Is there a lot of match damage people that go invisible? No, not really. But no one's really looking to spend, I forget how much purple it is, like 7 or 8 or whatever. I forget how much purple. But to make someone invisible, because by the time nowadays people get that much AP, they're looking to have wrapped the fight up already. It's just the truth of the game. Anyways, you ready? Let's get on in there and see if we can not let her gather all that purple. That's really key here. Okay, if she gathers all that purple, she wins. She's going to be invisible, and it's going to be hard to catch her. Red Guardian don't have all that. So, luckily, I see there's 2 sets of purple, and matching the bottom set over here is going to make a cascade where I get the match 4 of red and the other purple all to me. She can't take it. That's totally worth it. Excuse me. Let's take red? Yeah, sure. Take some red. If we see purple, we should take it away from her, though. We need blues, we need reds, and then purples just to kind of troll her, you know? That's kind of what we're doing, let's be fair. I'll take this for the keeps of a red drop, and it did not. I don't see a good match anywhere. I guess I'll take that. For reasons. Okay, we'll take that red. Thank you. Boom. Punch her in the face. 6,700. I guess I'll match the blue. We do need blue. Look at that. Her match damage was 650 for that match 4. Normally, she's not going to do that much, like with regular numbers. 1,183. So you can't stall on what she's going to do here. By the way, that purple's 10. I was wrong. So just to kind of clarify. So she's got a long ways to go before she's going to cast it. I'm going to take those reds. She's got an opportunity to get a few different sets of purple, so I guess I should take some of that away. We'll take that set right there. And then we'll take this red, and this will probably be game. Uh-oh. 3,000 because that crit fell. That was just a lucky cascade for her, and that did 3,000. But too bad she's not the Red Guardian. Pow! Right in the face. That's that. She's not horribly hard to fight, but do note that I matched a good amount of her purples away. If I didn't aim for those purples, she would have been invisible and then boxing me into the corner. So, is Red Guardian great? No. Does he have his uses? Yes. He's got that stun that makes attack tiles, and it's not too expensive for what it does. He makes projectiles when allies fire powers, and I guess including his own red. So overall, he's not bad. I just don't see many ways to play with him in our current meta to really take advantage of it. I think there's plenty of other fun things you could do that don't rely on such shticks. Yeah, we'll say that. That's it. That's Red Guardians, Crashes of the Titans, and that's it for me for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the support as always, and I'll catch y'all next time. Later, y'all.